Hey guys, Future Red here. I just want to pause the start of the video before I really hop into it, just to bring you guys sort of a quick update on something I'm working on. Well, maybe not really an update per se, because I guess maybe it's more of an announcement-ish. I do want to point you to the description below real quick. There you're going to see a twitch.tv link. Of course, that is to my rebranded Twitch channel. If you guys haven't already been following me for quite some time, you'll know that I've started and basically my CNC and video making career, if you want to call it that, over on Twitch. And, from there I focused more on YouTube because people seem to like that a bit more. But I do want to kind of float back to it just a little bit because I find that with YouTube streams, sometimes people do complain about the quality of them, and I feel like Twitch might be better as a streaming resource rather than YouTube. It's not to say that I won't just stop streaming on YouTube, but I feel like I just want to play around with the Twitch side of streaming a bit more. So I am in the process of rebranding that channel, making it more, up to date with who I currently am as a, internet personality, I guess. Even though I don't even know if you want to call me that. But regardless, Twitch TV link down in the description below. Be sure to click it, give that channel a follow so you can know when I go live. I might be streaming at some point soon. Might be CNC, might be something else. I'm not going to solely keep the Twitch channel for CNC stuff. With Twitch, I might be able to kind of just, or I feel like I have more freedom, at least on the Twitch side of things, to branch out, do a little bit more of the other game side, because I know a lot of you here on the channel want to see more of just other stuff, which I am happy to oblige over on the Twitch side. But regardless, be sure to follow that Twitch channel so that way you guys know when I'm streaming. Hopefully, again, streaming will start soon. If you guys want to kind of keep up to date on that, be sure to also follow me on Twitter, because I probably am going to be tweeting out when I go live, or if you don't already have the notifications on, regardless. Point of story, Twitch channel, I'm rebranding it. Go ahead and give it a follow so you guys know when I go live. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the main video. Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to another CNC discussion. It's been a hot minute since we have done one of these, and of course, I am joined, as always, by Superbaseball101.
Sup?
And DolphinLettuce.
Sup?
Yup, okay. So, with that, we have a lot of update-ish topics to cover for you guys. It's going to be a bit of a short one, but, we wanted to bring you guys sort of our takes, our kind of feelings on some of the recent changes that have been going down over the past month. Some obvious, some not so obvious. So, that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so our first topic that we're going to be covering is sort of not one related to the cars themselves, but sort of to the game as a whole. If you guys haven't really noticed over about the past month or so, there's been new changes here and there that have, been implemented to make the game feel a bit more fresher, feel a bit more clean. And obviously we're talking things like the new pack opening animations, the way cards are displayed now in the game, things like that. So, Baseball, we're going to start with you. How do you feel personally about these changes coming into the game? Like the little cosmetic things that kind of make the game, I mean, in my opinion, cleaner, but I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I think they're pretty cool. First thing is like the font. I think it's so much better than the old one. Allows for just different types of looks amongst the cards.
It highlights I think people don't know about that one per se too much, because I think as of now, I mean, if you're on the Discord, it's been kind of thrown out there already that, we've seen some new fonts in Android per se. So, I mean, how do I put that? I mean, it's not available to everyone yet, I guess is what I'm trying to say yet, but I think that's something that's coming soon. But what about the other things that people have already seen? Like, I mean, do you kind of feel the same way about them?
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. For example, the packs, those are pretty interesting. The legendary thing is a little weird, but other than that, it's pretty cool. I enjoy them. I think they're good.
Dolphin, what about you in that regard? Because I know we were talking earlier about the pack opening animation. You kind of had the same sentiment.
Yeah, it's just really flashy. I don't know.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion, but I guess...
Yeah.
It just it takes a little while longer to actually reveal the car. Like, if you already know what it is, per se, and all of a sudden it just, flashes you and it's like, oh, I already know what this is or something like that. It could be a bit tedious, that extra second pause before you actually get the card, but minor things, right?
But with other
I
cosmetics, like in game when you hover over a card in your hand, oh, that's so beautiful.
It's satisfying.
Yeah.
Well, we know what excites Dolphin in life.
indeed.
Baseball, you have anything to add on to that? I mean, I thought you piped up.
Yeah, I think it kind of like builds it up when you get a legendary or an epic. I mean, they're not like normal cards, especially legendaries. They're powerful, unique cards that are different than most of the other cards. So I like it. I think it's cool.
Alright, so I think we're all pretty much in the same boat here of, they're nice little changes that we like to see. It makes the game, feel a bit fresh every now and then, feels a bit more polished like we've mentioned. But it's not something serious that I think is detrimental to the game itself. So with that being said, let's move on to our next topic. Of course, we'll find out what that is momentarily. That was a horrible transition. Alright, so our next topic, and probably the biggest topic I want to say of the video, is of course the new Parrot card. Honestly, I think, when did this drop? I think last Monday, if I'm correct. I mean, it might be different for you based on time zones, but regardless, Parrot Rush, what do you guys think about it? It's had a few days to settle, so I mean, Dolphin, we'll start with you on this one.
It's weak.
just flat out weak.
Yeah.
I mean, why specifically, though? I mean, it is a harder to use Rat King, in my opinion. I've already explained this before, but, like, what do you feel like when you look at Parrot Rush, you just automatically go to weak, or is there, like, a reasoning behind it?
I mean, first look, honestly, you get pretty scared of it because it looks like it looks like you could summon a lot of parrots early on. But when you really think about it, you need a treasure to really make it work. And you can't really get treasure until you can't get good treasure until what, turn 4-ish?
That
5?
depends. Captain, Dragon's Horde, but
Yeah, there are some ways, but yeah.
But the
Yeah,
point
but
is, it's like it's hard to
yeah.
use with the parrot because not only do you need to play the treasure, but you need to play the parrots in the same turn.
And then to make the treasure valuable, you would also need something after the parrots to kind of make it.
Yeah, to like ramp it to something stronger.
Yeah, because if you're just using treasure for parrots, then it's kind of a waste of treasure.
Yeah, just for the parrots, it's kind of on its own, a bit weaker. But I mean, baseball. Do you kind of feel the same way though?
I'm gonna be a little bit more straightforward than Dolphin. It's a meme. It's just bad. You can't summon more than 5, which is the worst. Which, in my opinion, is the worst part about it. It's really only good in bounce. Like you said, you need treasure to make it. It's just overall not a good card. I think it's going to change the meta a very slight amount because people, new shiny legendary card, I really want to get it, so they're gonna craft it, they're gonna buy it, they're gonna do whatever, and then they're gonna realize it's horrible, and then they're gonna make a new deck, and that deck's gonna be a green purple deck, and because that's the only deck that it's really good with.
Yeah.
I was about to say I slightly disagree with you there if you think about it because Parrot Rush overall is an initiative-based card, and of course we do have Mystic Journey.
Yes, but that's forming an entire deck around one card. Mystic
Not
Journey.
necessarily. I mean, you could also
get
just
some
go the
Yenas in
initiative
there.
route.
Yeah.
It's not like Parrot is the only card that involves initiative within those colors, especially when you
That
think
makes
of...
sense, but green blue, it's no one runs Robins in green blue. No one runs Robins because it's just you don't get anything with it. Green blue doesn't have any big cards like yellow does.
You know Ragnar exists, right?
Oh, it's a 2/10. That's like literally the worst card ever.
It has Chain Lightning 5. Don't leave that part out.
Like disable. Just I know no one used it, but disable, mugging, like it's so horrible. Ragnar is so bad compared to something like Yarn. Because Yarn is like it's got knockback, it's got Chain Lightning 2 for everything it knocked back, so it's gonna be 6. Ragnar, it's just not good, in my opinion.
I guess, but to say that Parrot Rush is only viable in balance kind of just annoys me slightly because of how overlooked green blue is. I mean, I have an actual Mystic Parrot deck that I was going to show the folks, next week. I don't want to whip it out now, but, you know, you don't have to devote the entire deck to initiative, and you do have some purpose for the ramp that you play, so. But we all
Yeah,
are in the same boat of Parrot's just not a
not good.
huge card, or at least an impactful card at that.
Yeah.
I've heard also from a lot of people that Parrot could work as a school stabilizer for that early game.
I
No.
can argue against that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but it can work in that.
As a school stabilizer, I don't really think so. When you consider how much green yellow already has,
Yeah, true.
I don't. I understand people, wanting to give it a try, hopping on and being like, "Oh, let me try this parrot out here, here, here." Like, it is a thing to do, and I understand the new card hype behind it. But I mean, we're pretty much nearly a week out from the release of Parrot, and we haven't really seen it that much at all, except for maybe on the first 2 to 3 days of release. It's already kind of just died down as a card, if I'm gonna be
Yeah.
completely honest. But I mean, regardless, I mean, do you guys have any final words on it? I don't. I mean, we're all pretty much in agreement here that Parrot isn't really the strongest card or the most impactful event card. But is there any kind of final words you want to wrap it up with?
Not really.
Nah, fam.
All right. So with that, we're gonna move on to our final topic, and I guess we'll just jump right into it. I'm off with these transitions a little bit, but it's to be expected. All right, and our final topic is going to be our latest monster buffs. Now, along with the parrot, of course, you guys know we got some monster buffs, if you want to call them that. I mean, they technically have been considered monster buffs, but not really super buffs, or not really huge buffs that have taken any sort of form or shape. But Ajira, of course, getting the 1 increase to her health, and Serpent Witch getting the 2 increase to her health. Baseball, we'll start with you. What do you feel about these ones, or if there's, I mean, do you guys want to start on like a specific card, Ajira, Serpent Witch? What are you thinking?
I think we can do it like both of them. I guess I don't really know.
I mean, whatever you want to start with first. I mean,
Oh,
Ajira
okay.
or Serpent Witch.
I'll start with Serpent Witch. I feel like this is the big one. The buff to Serpent Witch's health is, it used to be good, or it used to be bad. Now it's a little less bad. I feel like Nalakio Ajira, it's almost as if both of the changes aren't really that important, but Nalakio's is less not.
I
Yeah.
kind of get what you're saying there. I mean,
It's less important. Yeah.
I mentioned in my vid, Ajira getting the 1 health allows her to survive a bit longer for bounce decks, which might be a little bit more important. Serpent Witch potentially being a bigger stun unit. Stun getting a bit more spotlight here. I mean, Dolphin, do you have anything to kind of put into these changes?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Serpent Witch was indirectly a buff to traps, and that kind of makes me mad.
Really? How so?
Well, seeing that you can now get a 1/7 Serpent Witch from Camouflage, and like, I just want to see traps not be as good as they are, honestly.
I mean, you do have an interesting point there in relation to Camouflage, but like, what about the fact that Ajira can pull the 2 gold Serpent Witch? Is that not a buff to itself as well? Is like,
I mean, that's much needed. Ajira sucked before.
Possibly. So, I mean, yeah, the monster pool does have Serpent Witch. I just kind of blanked out for a minute there. So you're really just concerned about the Camouflage trap then? It's not.
Yeah, it's gonna be really annoying if you place Camouflage and you get a 1/7 combo stun to defend your castle.
I mean, I didn't really think about that before with the Camouflage.
I disagree. I don't think it's actually that good. In fact, I only think it's good because it used to be a 1/5. I think if you're running Camouflage and you're green, you are going to be running one type of deck, and that's a monster deck. Because
Camouflage is a ninja card.
Oh, right. Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow, this is great. Okay, okay, back to my earlier point. You don't run Camouflage unless you're a monster. because there are just so many better traps. Even better because you're a ninja. You can run so many better traps and ninjas that's not camouflage. So if you're running camouflage, you're most likely a monster deck. So if you're a monster deck, the best monster is... Wow. Why am I blanking out on this dude's name? This is sad. Behemothra, yeah. Wow. Sorry. You want that. So yes, Serpent Witch is better because it's a 1/7, but I'm still thinking when I draw that Serpent Witch, oh dang, I wish that was a Behemothra.
I'm just waiting for people to run, well, not really run, but like be able to pull Serpent Witch from like certain places, whether it be camouflage or Ajira, and be able to carry those like slight little stat buffs that we know Dolphin hates with the armory. You know, bring it up to a 2/8, 3/9. That's juicy.
Yeah, global buffs are nice in this current game.
And actually, I mean, I don't know who exactly mentioned it, but Defiance too is sort of a joke with Serpent Witch. I mean, it's a funny joke, but you have to think about it sometimes. Like, it exists. It exists better now with the 1/7. All of a sudden, you're running a Serpent Witch down. It's 1/7. They don't really pay too much mind to it. Suddenly, boom, 7/7.
Yeah,
it's a thing. It's a thing. But I mean, again,
I just realized that can. Oh my god.
I mean, it's not really something that I think can be pulled off to... I mean, it can have success, but not, like, a certain degree of success, if you kind of catch me on that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like... Because then again, you also have to run monsters, and you may not get Serpent Witch every time, so you have to kind of fill in the gaps with, you know, what else can I use Defiance with? So, if you make a deck, you know, around Defiance, I mean, that's already pretty hard to use, period, but... Yeah, that's just something for your minds there. Just think about it. Defiant Serpent Witch, it can now be a bit more viable than it was previously. So, I mean, we talked about Serpent Witch for so long. You don't have any thoughts on Ijira?
No, not me. It's
just a useless buff.
Damn.
Yep.
I don't really think... I guess it's not super important to me, but I still hold on to the belief that Ijira is now slightly stronger, or like to the point where she can maybe take out a token or two, which again isn't really important, but then also be able to just get back into your hand without dying to, like, you know, a flamestorm burn, which is
but
something
there's
for
so
bounce
many.
decks.
It just seems to me like out of all the buffs that Jiro could have got, that's the one that literally matters the least. It could have gotten a power buff, attack, yeah, and that would have been good. But no, it didn't. That would have been good because it could take out more things. But no.
All right. I get it. I mean, right now, I don't think these monster buffs overall, again, provided much of an impact, similar to Pirate, but, I mean, it is something. We do have to admit that these changes are indication that things are still happening behind the scenes, whether or not that we believe they are. I mean, they happen, which is a good thing for the game for sure. But... you know, we're not getting to the real juicy, impactful stuff yet, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it gives us hope, I think, is the point I want to spread across here. But overall, I mean, that's kind of it then. I mean, again, not really a long discussion for you guys. But yeah, I mean, there isn't too much to cover, but I think there is, like, just enough to bring up some discussion about it, which is always fun to do. Alright guys, and with that is going to do it for our quick little discussion video today. Again, like I mentioned previously, not a whole lot to talk about, but just enough there to get you guys thinking a little bit, get your minds working. And I know I've kind of shared my thoughts on some of these topics before, actually, and you know, some of them I haven't, so it's good to kind of get those out there and to hear what other people think. Of course, that's the whole purpose of this discussion, to spark some conversation, to get you guys talking, as well as us to see what kind of we think about where the game is headed, where things are going. Do you guys have any kind of closing words on the matter? Dolphin, baseball, anything?
No.
Yeet.
That's not, well, okay. That is a closing word, I guess. So he does have me there.
Technically.
It is a closing word. But with that, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to hit the like button, share with your friends, and of course, comment down below your thoughts on our discussion. Or if you guys have some arguments or points that you want to share with us, again, be sure to leave them in the comment section. Dolphin, what should they also do down there?
Hit the like button, enter the gift card giveaway. You might win free V-Bucks.
I meant subscribe, boss.
I mean, I guess you can do that too.
Good try.
He tried. He's still very new to the YouTube scene. as you can see. But with that said, guys, for Baseball, Dolphin, and myself, until next time.
Stay gaming.